And like, okay, insert MIDI clip and like make this, do this, and then do this, and like, and do this. Let's say I highlight this and like I move this up and down now using the scroll wheel and holding Control and Shift. So I've been getting a lot of questions about the autohotkey script I use, how it works, what actually is this, and how you can make things such quickly. If you're on Windows and if you use Ableton, it's gonna improve your workflow like just crazy amount. You will not need to use your mouse anymore. Like if you want to search for something like plugin or pick some effect or whatever, you don't have to do this. Like it saved me already like months, maybe weeks. So let's say I have like 5 minutes because I have to go to jump on the plane and just like travel somewhere, and I have like 5 minutes, only 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I want to make a track, I want to make a sick beat because I have like super sick idea, right? So I'm just like, let's just load Serum, right? Pick a preset. And like, okay, insert MIDI clip and like make this, do this, and then do this, and like, and do this. I'm like, oh hey, that's flipping cool, but like the sound is kind of muddy, right? So I'm just like, hey, let's put OTT on it. Ooh. Okay, so now I want some drums, so I'm not just gonna like pick a kick, pick a snare, and I'm like, okay, this kind of needs like a hi-hat loop, right? And I'm like, okay, so I want to need like right, but I don't really want to drag because I don't have time to drag this shit. So I'm like, okay, let's just do like this, right? Okay, so then I'm like, okay, I need like a melody, right? So just to make it like really sick shit. Yeah, but I'm like, okay, so I kind of want this note to be longer. So I'm just like, okay, let's just kind of make it longer. Maybe like, how about like this long? How about this long? Maybe higher, maybe like lower actually, or maybe actually move this here. Or maybe actually just move it like higher a little bit, or actually I just like to the left a little bit. Maybe actually make it like really low, maybe really high, like actually shorter. I kind of prefer it like this. Oh yeah, that's kind of cool, you know? Stop! Are you looking for a plugin that will change your sound into a perfect lo-fi feel? I got you, bro. Introducing OCS45 cassette simulation by Oversampled. High quality, has a lot of functions, it's highly affordable. Check out the link in the description and download your copy now. So basically, as you saw, I was able to open stuff real quick. I was able to move notes, I was able to create chords really quickly. And how the hell did I do that? So I'm using what's called an autohotkey. An autohotkey allows you to create scripts that will be triggered by a specific hotkey. So let's say now I click Alt and Z combination, and that adds an EQ onto the track. So let's say I want OTT, I click Alt X, it does OTT, Alt C frick clip, and so on. I have basically the whole keyboard, right? The whole keyboard, all the keys here are being mapped to like opening stuff. Then like here, the numbers are being mapped to like making chords, and then some of the other keys like Control Alt and Shift are being mapped to like moving notes. So if you want to grab this thing, there's a link in the description. The whole script is being really nicely explained how it works and stuff like that, but I'm gonna go through some explanation still so you can kind of get what's going on real quick. So you go to the link in the description and you open the stuff. Basically, you will get this. It says what it is, some useful links and how you can use. The whole tutorial is here. Install autohotkey, personalize the script. So you gotta go here and rename these, right? Because these are effect names or like basically something you want to search in the search bar and open. And every time you make a change, so if I change something here to like a name, you're gonna need to go here and reload the script, or basically just hit F12 because that's how I programmed it. So basically if we go to Ableton and let's just like go here, I can highlight this part and I don't have to go here and click insert MIDI clip, or I don't have to click a shortcut on the keyboard, which is like really big shortcut. You have to like move your hand like this. It's like waste of time. Why would you do this? So just go like here, click Control Shift, and then it opens the window. And what I really like about the script I made is that I'm able to just move the notes around around with the scroll wheel, right? The scroll wheel is sick. So let's say I highlight this and like I move this up and down now using the scroll wheel and holding Control and Shift. This is not available in Ableton. By default, you have to use autohotkey script. So I can do this, I can move by octaves. I can change the length of the note by just doing this. I can move the note around by just holding, like move it up, move it down, shorten it, do everything basically with just your scroll wheel and holding a couple of keys on the keyboard. That's super sick. You save so much time because you actually like, the best scenario for speed workflow is to keep your hand on the keyboard and keep your other hand on the mouse. You don't want to just like move your hand from mouse to the keyboard because that takes time, right? What I really like is that, let's say I want this to be like this, right? So I don't click this 3 times, I just click once and it duplicates, and I can just duplicate it as many times as I want, and it's like super quick. Really cool thing is that if you want to mute something, you just hit the middle mouse button, like you just click it and it mutes and unmutes. I can disable and enable this. Super useful. I know that reading scripts that other people made can be really confusing. You just kind of want to look for this, you know, like explanations, what basically things do. I think the most important thing here is that using the effect shortcuts, the exclamation mark is Alt. So if I hit Alt and Z, that's gonna search for this thing. So you're gonna just go here and replace effect names with your own. Triple duplicate, it allows you to duplicate stuff 3 times. You can just like copy and paste this like many times if you want this to be duplicated more than 3 times. Then there's an insert MIDI clip, so you basically hold Control Shift and middle mouse button combination. I mean, you click this and it opens, it creates a MIDI clip. More convenient rather, and I don't understand why Ableton does this. Like in default, if you wanna just like, you undo something, but I'm like, okay, I actually need this. If I wanna redo this, right, I have to click Control Y and the combination is like really far away. I change it so like you click Control Shift and Z, and it's just like you can redo it really quickly. So the chord builders, this is cool. So you can build a minor 9th chord or major 9th chord using just the one press of a key. So let's say I want like D minor 9th. I click a key and it just creates it. So then at the bottom we have a MIDI note manipulation, as I showed before, like moving the note around. You can use your wheel to just scroll up and down, holding like Shift in this case, for transposing up and down note by an octave or by semitone. And that's basically it. I don't know much about other functions that would be useful. I'm gonna be updating this script, so if you have any ideas, just drop them in the comments, and if I think like, okay, this is actually a really good idea and I want to implement that, I'm gonna go open the script, I'm gonna write the script, and then I'm gonna update the script on the website. So you will get an email if there's a new update to this script. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Hope the script is gonna be flippin' useful. For me it is, like saved me weeks, and it's gonna save me months and years of just like wasting time in Ableton. Yeah, so have a nice day and see you in the next one. So that's it. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, you can slide on that subscribe button. Also, you can visit my site oversample.us for some high quality samples, presets and free sounds.